All right, David, thank you. A recent Texas Tribune analysis of hate crime data found that 82% of Texas law enforcement agencies that report to the FBI tracked no hate crimes last year. There is a police agency, though, in North Texas, and it's creating a new model of collecting hate crime data. Texas Tribune's Pooja Sahotra now joins us to explain. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, first, just for some context, let's go back to 2001, and that's when state lawmakers passed the James Byrd Jr., and that was the Hate Crimes Act. So it's named after the black man who was dragged to death by 3 white men in East Texas. So you found that despite this law, though, Texas agencies aren't reporting nor prosecuting crimes as hate crimes. Can you just walk us through your data analysis and what you found?
Sure, yeah. So we looked at data from the FBI as well as from the Texas Department of Public Safety and found that at least last year in 2022, the vast majority, so 82% of Texas law enforcement agencies that do report any sort of data to the FBI, they said that there were 0 hate crimes in their jurisdiction. And then in terms of prosecutions, that's how many cases were actually, or how many crimes were actually prosecuted as hate crimes. That was very low, according to the Office of Court Administration, which tracks this data. Only 36 since 2001, so a very low number.
And do we know the reason behind underreporting and those few prosecutions, as well as is this a problem that's unique to Texas?
Yeah, so there's a couple reasons why we think it's underreported. One is that it seems like it can be difficult to prove. So that's why it's prosecuted fairly rarely. Prosecutors have to prove that a person was motivated by their hate towards a certain group. So that can be a LGBTQ person, based on a person's race, age, sexual orientation, etc. And it can sometimes be difficult to prove a person's intent. Also, a hate crime is not a separate charge. It's really an enhancement. So it's just going to add additional punishment for whatever other charge they're prosecuted on. And in some cases, if someone's already charged for something that has the highest level of punishment, say life in prison, you can't really add on additional punishment. So there's not a strong motivation for prosecutors to move forward with that charge. And then lastly, there just seems to be some disagreement or confusion among police agencies on what constitutes a hate crime. Sometimes they say that the victim needs to be of that protected class. Others say that if, for example, there's like a graffiti of a swastika or of racist, derogatory comments towards a certain race, that should be a hate crime regardless of where that graffiti is posted. So just like a lack of clarity on what constitutes a hate crime.
And then Pooja, lastly, what model is being used in the Arlington Police Department to really collect hate crime data and better report these crimes? It seems like they have devised this solution that helps in this.
Yeah, so they have started kind of going above and beyond and reporting not just hate crimes, but also hate incidents, which are cases where there might not be an actual crime committed, but there was a clear bias motivation. So if someone is using an ethnic slur or something of that nature, they will document that as a hate incident. And what they're finding is that that makes community members more receptive and more trusting of the police and more likely to report cases. And then the other thing that they're doing is they've developed this 8-hour training course so that officers understand what a hate crime is, how to go about marking it, et cetera. And that's kind of unique to their agency that they're kind of using to train other agencies also out of state.
Okay, Pooja, thank you so much for joining us. We'll have a link to your full article on our website at kxan.com.